everybody, today we're going to be making King Candy's caramel apples, which is just a longer way to say caramel apples. For our ingredients, you will need 4 to 5 apples, a little bit of lemon juice to keep the apples from browning, a 1/3 cup of water, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, which you can substitute with flour if you need to, and 1/2 of a tablespoon of cinnamon, which is about 1.5 teaspoons. But we like cinnamon here, so we're probably going to use a little bit more. And finally, a 1/4 cup of butter. We will also be needing a mixing bowl and a utensil to smush up the dry ingredients, cooking spray, aluminum foil, and a small baking pan. So now I'm going to show you guys how to core, peel, and cut up this apple. Okay, so we're just gonna use our core, stick it in the apple, following the core, take it out, put it in a little scrap bowl, and then we are just going to peel it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to cut up our cored and peeled apple. And whenever you're using a knife, always remember that you need to have an adult's supervision or for them to do it for you. So I'm just going to cut this up into 4ths and then cut those into smaller pieces. And then I'm also just going to cut them in half. All right, we're going to do that with the rest of our apples. Okay, so now we have all of our apples cut up, and we're just gonna add a little bit of lemon juice so that they stay nice and don't turn brown. Just a little bit, and that's good. So now we're going to move on to our dry ingredients and the butter. So we're just gonna combine all of that in a bowl. The brown sugar, cornstarch or flour, cinnamon, and the butter, which I'm going to chop up a little bit first. Okay, so now that we have all of our ingredients combined, we're just gonna take a fork and just kind of smush these into each other. Okay, so we are done smushing up our dry ingredients, and as you can see, they're just little chunks in there, and we're gonna put those over the apples now. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is prep our pan. So we're just gonna spray it with cooking spray. And then we are going to add our apples in there first. And then add our 1/3 cup of water. Around a little bit. All right, so next we're gonna add our brown sugar cinnamony mixture. Okay, so I'm just laying it out so that there's some mixture everywhere so it gets nice and even. But if you can't get it super even, it's okay because we are going to stir it up while it's cooking and everything will be redistributed. All right, so I think we're done here. So we are going to move on to our box oven cooking. Okay, so we have our coals all ready. They've been heating up while we've been cooking. We are just going to place those inside our box oven. And if you need instructions on how to do your charcoals, then you can look at previous box oven cooking videos. We're just gonna place our tray on top of the cans. All right, I almost forgot in that last clip, but make sure that you put aluminum foil over the apples, and then we're just gonna place this in our box oven for about 20 minutes, but we'll be back before then to check up on our apples and stir them up a bit. Right, so we're just gonna place our lid so that there's a tiny bit coming out on the sides for air to come through. Okay, so it's been just under 10 minutes, about. So we're gonna take a look at our apples. Okay, so they look pretty good. They're not quite done yet. So we are just gonna stir these apples up. So right now they're very watery, but hopefully in these next 10 minutes, they will get a little bit thicker with that cornstarch, and the apples will be a little softer. Alright, so after you're finished stirring this up, just changing positions, we are going to put back our aluminum foil. Very careful not to hurt ourselves. Remember, you always want an adult here with you. Alright, and then we are just going to recover our box oven. Alright, so next time I see you, it will all be done. Okay, so it has been about 20 minutes, and I'm going to take off our box oven lid, and let's take a look at our apples. Yeah, these look great. So I'm going to take these out, and then we can serve them. Okay, so here's our finished product. And I've just spooned some into a bowl. And make sure whenever you serve this, you get a lot of that good apple juice, cinnamon juice at the bottom, because that is the best part. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you make this and enjoy.